Hello everyone, they were continuing to play Limbus. And now I actually know how to play the campaign. It's gonna help. Okay, it wants to download something. Well, shouldn't take that long of a time. It's only 300 megabytes, so we can wait. Okay, it's almost complete.
해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 바라보고 있어.
Okay, I got some reward. There seemed to be some kind of event. Okay. Sure. I confirm it, right? Why? Accept. Oh, okay, I need to accept. I see.
해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 바라보고 있어.
Let's go.
눈을.
So last time, okay, that's some kind of event, but I can't play it yet. It seems I need to do more story. Okay, I need to like this. So we did this and this, and we're gonna do this now. So let's read the story.
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는군요, 단테.
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. So got away safe for one. Though, shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
They're worried about the boss we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
No need for concern. That's the direction we're heading anyway, Sharon.
발판을 꽂고
Pedal touches metal.
신나는 기분으로
Up for an
달릴게.
exciting ride. Okay. Now let's do the battle. From a chain of skills, I have more to issue. So. Attack types and affinities. Skill have two major properties. Their attack type and scene affinity. Their attack types are slash, pierce, and blunt. The scene affinities are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. Combine these resistances, attack types, and affinities determine the damage of skills. You can check the attack type and scene affinity of your sinner's skills. Okay. You can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. The hooligan is vulnerable to slash attacks. How do I see? Okay. I mean, it shows there that it's like favored, so slash attacks should be more effective. or something.
좋아, 간다.
You can also use defense skills to deal with enemy offense. Defense skills activate against the enemy attack pair visit. If a defense skill is impaired, you activate when the unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you'd be so kind to press Gregor's portrait. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. The shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using Guard multiple times in a single turn, we have it active that many times. Good, a Guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for a counter skill. If you'll be so kind to press Rodia's portrait. Defense skills counter. Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding ego resource. When using counter, the unit will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Lastly, let's generate an evade skill. Be so kind to press Fast's portrait. When using evade, the character will dodge if its evade final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if the evade's power is lower, so be careful. The skills have been generated without a problem. Now utilize them and continue the battle. Your goal is to eliminate all war enemies. So it seems if I'm in the defense, I can't really select it. It seems, and also for some reason, I can't chain like this. Well, I can only do the green one. I don't get it yet though.
금방 다녀올게. 겨우 이 정도야?
Okay.
행동을 개시합니다.
So many numbers.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거
I don't really
준비해줘,
understand it yet. Oh, this guy is staggered. And seemed to have already killed somebody. Okay.
금방 다녀올게. 걸어앉는군요. 당연한 결과죠. 당연한 결과죠. 꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Oh, doing good, but just tutorial. Okay, so let's read the story.
잠시만요.
Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는
I joined this company because I was told that I'll be able to advance my career without slowing down. So let's see if we can make the text appear instantly. Seems no, it's not
그런데
possible.
지금은
But right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence, like we are rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소.
I object to its meaningless. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히
Please,
좀
just be
해봐요.
quiet for a moment.
아무튼
Anyway,
이런 용역
if we are gonna
폭력단
do
같은
is
행동만
beat
명령할
up people
거라면
under orders
다른
like
일을 하는
hired
것도
thugs, I have to
고민해봐야 할 것
consider
같아요.
changing jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를 제대로
Haven't you
안
read your
읽으셨나요?
contract?
회사는
Resignation is not
허용될 수
permitted.
계약하면서
Do you
말한
think
이야기가
the contract has
거짓말이라도
any sway
그
if it's
계약이
based
효력이
on
있을 거라
lies?
생각.
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은
There were no
없었습니다.
lies on it. Huh?
설마 제가
You didn't think Mephistopheles was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
루피는 항상
Mephi is
배고프다.
always hungry,
그래서 울어.
keeps crying. The basket is hungry.
엔진이 연료를
When the
섭취할
engine
때 생기는
ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you
강해질 수
can grow more
있어요.
powerful.
이상 씨는
I'm sure
잘 알고
Hussein
계시겠죠?
knows this well. When all possibilities are drawn from the
모든
mirror,
가능성
성장 또한
there is no
제약이
limit to one's growth.
없어. 거울 속에 나는 나인가
Themselves
아니면
in
또
the
다른
mirror
누구.
my reflection, or another being entirely. Possibilities? You draw what exactly? Okay.
그렇군요.
I see.
이런
This is
걸
what that
의미했던
about.
건가요?
This is what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는
There is no
없어요.
need to get impatient, Ishmael.
버스가
As the
향하면
bus goes
자연히
onward, you'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks. I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는
Since this
우리들의
works
모든
by
가능성 중
whisking
하나를
out one of
꺼내는
our
거니까
limitless possibilities from the
기억이
mirror
조금 더
world,
쉬워졌을 거예요.
I have overridden a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질
You'll
거예요.
get used to it in no time.
뭐야?
Whoa, hang
좀
on.
위험해
That
보이는데.
sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가
What
아니게
if
되는 거
I'm no longer
아니야?
my old self by the end?
여러분은
Don't mistake yourselves for
테세우스의
this cheap thesis.
인격과 기억을
While it's true that you
빌리기는
borrow the identities and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는
Different though
사뭇
your
다를 수
reflection
있어.
may be, it is bound to vanish once you walk away from the mirror.
거울 속
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, manager, Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한
It's up to you to
가능성을
place the most effective figment of possibility on us at the right times.
메타몰프시스를 말하는
I
건가요?
believe that's what you call a metamorphosis.
네,
Yes, I suppose you could say that it's a form of transformation.
뭐뭐? 그런
Golly,
어려운 단어는 어디서
where did
했대?
you learn big words like that?
주워들었다.
I picked it up.
이 사람 저
My
사람
prior profession
많이
required
만나봐야
meeting
하는 일을
people with
했었거든.
various occupations.
안신이라.
Bourbon dog. Baron Lan.
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting?
일단 길부터
Let's make the way first. We'll spend more time together than you've ever asked for. We'll keep that convo for later. Okay, so let's beat more thugs. I'll be going. Each character has a skill set. This is the list of skills from which they draw. Press a character to open their info tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Each sinner you control have their own group of skills. A number of them from those skill sets will be randomly selected and deployed on the dashboard. Used skills are treated as discarded from the set. They will not reappear until every other skill in the skill set has been used, thus refilling it. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level. In clashes, the differences in offense levels may affect the outcome. That should cover the basics of your sinner's skills. Now give them your orders.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
Okay, okay.
뭐야? 나한테 볼 일이야?
Okay, I can now actually check the enemies. You can also like see who are they going to attack. I see. So, nobody gonna attack him, right?
행동을 개시합니다.
Yeah, so they are staggered. Besides skills, your sinners have passive abilities. Sinners in battle have their combat passive active. Sinners who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put theory into practice, activate the passive by chaining two prior skills. Okay. Looks like pride anyway. So pride is like this? Or what? Deal and damage to units with
금방
negative status
다녀올게.
effects.
폭의 거울은
완전한 침묵.
Our current encounter comes in multiple waves. Help you with your sinners possesses powerful skills called ego, manifested by resonating with their emotions. Okay. To use ego, you need ego resources. You can view the ego resources you currently have stockpiled here on the right. Since this is your first time trying your hand at ego, I've collected the necessary resources for you. This is a special power, so you need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who can currently use ego will be highlighted. Ego skills must be generated on the dashboard, much like defensive skills. Press and hold the highlighted portrait. Heals 8 SP or 4 lives with the least SP. SP is sanity, right? Read the icon of the ego you want to use. Consume ego resources to generate ego skill icon on the dashboard. Ego skills can be cancelled by tapping on the portrait twice when they are added to the dashboard. The ego skill will be cancelled and your resource will be refunded. Ego corrosion. On top of requiring ego resources, ego takes a toll on the sinner's sanity. With no sanity, the sinner might suffer from ego corrosion. Sinners corroded by ego will ignore your commands, so ensure that your sinners are in good mental health. Ego passives. After using an ego skill, its passive ability will activate on the next turn and further empower the sinner for the rest of the battle. Make good use of the variety of passives that ego has to offer. Ego overclock can be stable or unstable depending on your resources available. Overclocking spends 1.5 times as many ego resources and SP as the ego skill's usual cost. To overclock an ego skill, you need to possess at least the base ego resource cost. If you have the base cost but not enough for overclock, the overclock cost will be subtracted from your possession beyond 0. Okay, it won't let me cancel, but I just wanted to try it. Well, whatever. Attack skills can be single target or multi-target. The latter is called AoE skills. It seems that Ego that's about to be in play has an AoE skill. Targets of AoE skills are divided into two categories, the main target and sub-targets. Clashes with the AoE skills can only occur from the chosen main target. If an AoE skill chooses its clash, the attack will be cancelled for every target. Sub-targets are determined by the targeting range of the skill. AoE skills target enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has an attack weight. Each slot has a weight which can take up a portion of an AoE skill's attack weight. In regular encounters, an enemy is only attacked once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. In focused encounters, the slots on their body parts are only attacked once, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets.
행동을 개시합니다. 겨우 이 정도야? 모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
셔츠는 낙엽하오.
Before proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game change skills for you. Chains will be automatically chosen depending on what buttons you press. In raid, pick skills that are most likely to win clashes. Damage are, as the name implies, pick skill that can hurt your enemies the most. For regular encounters, auto-chaining is only available on stages where you cleared the XZ conditions. Auto-chaining can always be used for focused encounters. Note that auto-chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution.
행동을 개시합니다.
좋구만. 깨졌어. 셔츠는 낙엽하오.
당연한 결과죠.
Okay. I mean, this is like my brain hurts from all the information.
길이 열렸어.
That's clear, but work.
키가 달리기만
Maybe
했어도
could have
길은
run them
뚫렸을
over
거야.
just fine. Huh? What did I fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gesture, Virgilius stepped in.
진정하시죠.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지
It's not
못한
right to ask at all your trial when it has yet to take its
않겠습니까?
first steps.
걸어볼 기회가
You will need
있다면
every opportunity to try and walk before you are made to run.
그리고
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은
as the
관리자.
manager, it's your job
저들의
to manage your
관리를
stuff.
하는 나는
And I am the guide. I decide where we go and
어디를
how we
가고
arrive there.
어떻게 알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
토달지
Don't
말라고.
argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴
I
하는데
heard ticking. So what did they say? Mrs. Faust?
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing
긍정을
much.
성대하기도 하고
Thunderbolt's argument that was, a note should be enough to let me know that you are approved, Dante.
그럼 매피
Now, Mikey,
출발하자.
off we go.
야호.
결혼 기분이
How you're feeling, Charon?
매우
Extreme excitement. About to walk on air, reports Karen. Charon.
좋아.
Good. So where are we going?
베르길리우스,
Virgilius, they'd like to know the destination.
말했던
I
것
believe I told you that
같습니다,
already,
나한테.
Dante. But just where are we going? With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
We don't get any subtitles in cutscenes. Okay. I really like the style of the game. Okay, so we did the prologue. And now we can do the Gentoo one.
베르,
Erg,
앞에 장애물이 있어.
luggage ahead. Permission to room. The cat chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do on the bus, whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memories certainly don't help either.
그래.
Alright, let's proceed. Okay, here come bumpity bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘
Expensive
먹었다고
water
그랬어.
fluid, Merck said he paid a fortune. The clump stuck to the window gently dissolved, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey, it felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. Bearded man. But I mean, glasses. Not where we're going right now. A figure far more conspicuous than his beard made me sleep.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me bug guy, didn't you?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once again, my name is
내
Gregor.
이름은 그레고르요.
당신이 시계
The same
대가리가
way
아니라
you're
단테라고
called
불리듯이
Dante and not Clockface. I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사
Say,
양반.
Buzz girly,
우리 지금 어디로 가는 거야?
네.
where are we headed?
다시 한번
Once again,
말하자면
my name
내
is
이름은
Sharon.
카론이요. 당신이 벌레 양반.
The same way you're called Gregor and not bug guy. She got you there, Gregor. She really did.
베르가 말했어.
Merck said,
수감자들은
the sinners will go to District 4. What?
사구라고
Did
말했는가?
District 4 fall upon my ears?
그곳은
That place is
연두남자의
known to
출신지로
be the home
유명하지.
of the grass
여기의
maiden.
발자취는
It is the
그때부터
origin of the
시작되었다.
heroine's journey, and towards the
아까부터 시끄럽게
bloody hell.
춤을
You're rattling on and on.
입 다물고 조용히
Can't you
좀
just shut up and let me trip go on and let the trip go on peace?
나는 아까까지 입을
Why had
다물고
remained
있었네만.
silent until mere moments ago?
대답하지
I said to shut
말라고.
up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to realize you're being louder here?
죽어도
Even
살아난다고
if you
해서
can die,
아프지
you
않아.
sure as hell can suffer,
한
no?
번만 더
Don't say that again.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는
I say the right thing, and your first response is violence? Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager, as the dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. No, guys. It's inadvisable to lose your
모분초도
trenches.
모가지를 분질러야 조용히.
To ride against noisy crying hogs entails scraging.
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수 없다.
Senseless violence shan't be forgiven. I will bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
I knew this would
옷에 피가
happen.
튀었잖아.
It left a spot on my clothes. Look, do you guys really have to fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination and they've already killed 3 of our own, that is.
이거
Can't take a small break without anticipating trouble, can I? You 4. Cleaning duty for the next month.
어째서?
Such unfairness. I merely sought the hand of justice.
잠깐. 내
Oh,
옷
also,
빨래도 포함시켜서.
tell them to do my laundry
피는
too.
와인이랑은 다르게 잘
Blood
안
doesn't
빠진단
wash off as
말이야.
easily as wine stains.
비싼 건데.
Dry cleaning is costly. No one bats an eye at the leftless janitor to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back. Dante, you'd like to turn the clock back? Turn the clock? That must mean there's a puzzled look where your face should be. I'll keep that in mind.
파우스트 씨,
Mrs. Faust? Virgilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but still came to my seat, probably out of sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도
It's the same thing you did the day we first met, Dante, though I suppose that was more of an instinctual reaction.
자,
Now let's try again. Close your eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instructions here.
사실
In fact, the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만
However,
보이죠.
only you can see it, while the stars never set in your sky.
별이 지지 않았어.
At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced that light. Then I saw a space. I was alone there, and a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonizing cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I grope about in the door. Thousands upon thousands of lost whales lay within. And reaching out inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can't feel the histories of different scenes bearing their backgrounds crawl up my hand into my arm.
고통을 나눌 친구가
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question, or rather pressure to comply? I pulled forth the sinners grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spread through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel atop of the pool of blood and helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles and the bloody pools gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Soon that blood soaking the ground coalesced into 3 masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished, just like that. As the lumps of blue blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning with a grumbling buzz. What does it feel to have your head back after it was severed? Was it exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Roshi. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury. Isn't it your job to bring us back? If your job is done, then step aside before I knock your damn cloak off.
잠깐만요.
Please wait, Dante, looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we really should... Before I could finish, Heathcliff, still bad, hit in the side of Sinclair's head. Incoherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears. Next time, Clockface, you're crushed. Are we clear? You really are as coarse as you look. Was dying once not enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bed, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over. It seems this team's in serious need of discipline. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast the glare between the two. Rule number 1. Do not let me hear weapons clashing inside the bus. If any of you break this rule, as of now, you're going to be begging for me to let you die. I'm sure you know I'm capable of that and more, right? Sinclair's breathing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered but couldn't bring himself to argue back. Dante, I'm sorry about this. I need you to rewind one more time. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgilius' face vanished, and his expression shifts. You'd better open up while I'm still feeling generous enough to ask and offer apologies, Manager Dante. In case you're refusing simply because you don't want more pain, I can gladly help you with that. This degree of pain will feel like nothing by the time I'm done. Surely you'll be a tougher person afterward, right? Did I hear correctly? I'm pretty sure our manager clearly declined your request. This is not time to step in. I was informed when I joined the company that the executive manager would be my superior, not you. I would say that the manager has made themselves clear with a shake of the head. I see, so their side has decided to step in, is that it? Then it's my turn to make clear what I mean. The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager, or if I even deserve to make this role. But I felt that I should at least stop the things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving once hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock, it's okay. Virgilius noticed me motioning her to stand down, and withdrew the red glove from his glare as if in mutual understanding. Good thinking. As you wish, manager. Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it. eaten full anyway. Thank you very much. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before bending back to his seat. Okay, so I think it's all for now, and we'll continue next time. Thanks for watching.